Hello, queens. Time for another vlog. And look at me, I'm feeling much better than I was last time. And you know what? I'm not gonna post my insecurity on the internet. Just kidding, I am. Yes, I felt insecure about my last video because my energy was low and the thumbnail was pretty much exactly the same, except I look worse. I looked worse than the most recent video that I had put on. So let's do it again. Another update. I'm here to prove that I actually have a Peloton. I mean an Apple Watch and a cat. So I'm feeling spicy today because I always do when I watch comedians. I just watched the roast of Kevin Hart, and you know what? I actually liked it. I really liked it. And because Kevin Hart has been growing on me. Not that he's been growing, because he has not been growing. And Shane Gillis, I was not a fan. We actually saw him on an airplane, and I was literally like, I said that to him. And but he was actually kind of funny on it. Anyway, so sometimes when I watch stand-up comedians, like all of these people, especially since it was a roast, and recently I watched Robbie Hoffman, and after I watched that, I'm just like, I get into my head. I get it into my head that you could just say whatever you want. And I start going crazy, and I start sending my friends voice notes that are like 10 minutes long, and it just I get rowdy. And the problem with me getting rowdy is immediately afterwards I get insecure about what I just said, and then I worry that what I just said was probably inappropriate, because I get risky. And listen, here's what I gotta say. Today I had to forcibly cancel everything because I'm trying to recover from being sick. And honestly, genuinely, so worth it. I stayed home. I did some spiritual fitness type things in the morning where I have to just like get my mind right, do a little journaling, meditate, pray, shit like that. And then I had enough time to literally get inspired and draw. And I just decided to draw for a while. Something I had to go over this morning was like, sometimes if I'm not like taking care of myself, I start getting all of these little I start having beef with people. I start getting frustrated with the way things are. And I just have trouble accepting others and myself. And so I was starting to get like this irritation feeling, and it was kind of building up. And so it was really great. It felt really good to like go through this stuff and be like, why does this, what about what's happening is bothering me? And why? What is it about those things? Like, what kind of insecurity am I feeling? Is it affecting me in some way? And so I got to do that this morning, and then pray about those situations. And it was actually really helpful, and meditated. When I was meditating the entire time, I was just thinking about drawing. And so when I got off that meditation, I drew a comic, and I'm really inspired by a YouTuber named Drewscape, which I've talked about before. And the way he draws is just so awesome. He just like really simplifies things. He can draw in ways that are really like evocative. Like I'm trying to say, like he can really capture the essence of something like with a feeling, and it can have a feeling, and then he can make really simple comic art where he's able to capture body language and expressions in such a really simple and wonderful way. He's really good with colors, lights, darks, and medium tones. I just absolutely love him, and he really inspires me. So I decided to make a comic this morning about something that I've been going through, kind of a mental health, medical type of thing, and just my experience with it, and the different feelings and thoughts and situations that have come with this thing that I've been going through. And I found myself really, really rushing. And mind you, I have not drawn in months. I think it's been maybe a month and a half or something. I think I drew something recently for a friend. But my patience just wasn't there. And earlier oh man, I wish I had a little color in these cheeks, huh? You'd think I would because I just worked out, but alas, mommy's sick. Get a little color in them. Oh, you know what? It's dire, it's bleak. That's a little better. That's a tiny bit better. It doesn't matter. See, that's the thing about being a girl sometimes. It's like, this shit doesn't matter, but guess what? It feels important. It's a little better. Why am I so fucking washed out? Okay. Anyway, what I was gonna say about that, is I was drawing and I just like did not have the patience to color, draw well, take my time. Man, I thought an hour had gone by and it had only been 18 minutes. And I know that because I drew first everything on paper. Well, I guess it was kind of longer than I thought then. I drew everything first on paper and then I took a picture of it and I started putting it on my Procreate to try to edit it, make it look better because it didn't look good. And when I started doing that, it had been 18 minutes when I thought it had been an hour, okay? Sorry, that was totally inappropriate, sorry. So that just shows me like, man, I've been moving so fast. Patience has gone down, but you know what? Fuck it, it was fun, and hopefully I'll get to do a little more drawing soon, or at least something. I fucking don't know, to be honest with you. It's the same old thing. I'm not willing to let go of stuff. It's like, I think that there are certain things that I am supposed to do. There are certain things I have to do, quote unquote, feel like I have to do it. But I kind of do have to. I don't see a way around it. There's like work. I have to go to work and I'm tired after work. And then there are chores to do. And then there are things that I have to do, like for my community and for my mental health. And those things take time. The next thing you know, I've got no time to do the fun things. And the fun things are just like the best, my favorite stuff. Oh, but I am lucky that I get winters off because that's the good part about being a seasonal worker. And gotta be honest, that is part of why I'm looking at going into being a therapist, because the hours are better. It's gonna be tough for a while when I'm doing school and work. So we'll have to figure that out as we go, because I'm not trying to burn out. I really am not. So I'm gonna have to figure something out for that. Let's see. So what else? So what else do I want to talk about? Yeah, so I drew, and then, I like the song by Sabrina Carpenter called Espresso. I think that probably came out maybe a long time ago, but I really like it. And what else? I guess that's it. Oh, I finally got to see, watched Italian Batch's girlfriend and him make a video together, Livy. And I think she's just so great and so cute. They're so cute together. She's so funny, so deadpan. And I just absolutely love them together, and it's so cute. And I'm so funny for being such a fangirl, but whatever. I think that's what I have to say. Oh, and I talked to my friend about the improv group, so we're gonna try to figure that out, but it has to wait until I'm like a little more calm in my schedule. So hopefully that will happen. And yeah, I don't really have a lot more updates besides that, but I was just feeling excited and wanted to chat. Is there anything else I'd want to talk about? No, I just think that it's important for me to have enough time to slow down. It's like artist's way. In the artist's way, it's like you have to slow down and not engage in a lot of media so that you can actually come up with creative ideas. Kind of feels like that's kind of what's happening, is like I need to slow down. Not that I haven't been engaging in with media, because I have been watching TV and playing Animal Crossing and watching Love on the Spectrum, so, and YouTube. So that's just something to say. But I do feel, and this is like, I don't know why I'm telling you this, because here I go again. I'm just feeling I'm feeling like I have more acceptance about myself today, which is such a wonderful feeling. It is very challenging to go through periods where I feel like something about me is wrong, and that can happen. And I'm recognizing how important it is to really just set aside what I think other people think about me, and just to let myself be me, just exactly how I am. And that means kind of trusting myself, and sometimes maybe disappointing people or doing things that they don't expect. And that can be really challenging. So sometimes if I'm in that place where I'm trusting myself and sometimes disappointing people. I feel really upset when I am met with the disappointment of others and maybe some negative feedback. And then I have the impulse to kind of just like double back and just go back to my old ways and forget about how, forget about what's right for me. Oh my God, look at the farmer stand. Could you see the farmer stand? God. So that's just, I'm really learning, like, it's a real visceral experience to just see like how much more negative I get when I am feeling negatively about myself, when I'm just thinking too much about what other people think of me and how other people would assess me as a person. And then I start getting critical of others, and it is just a dark place to be. And so the turnaround is getting faster, and hopefully it stays that way, where I can I can drop the rock, put down the whip, and just be kind to myself and recognize like how I am is I'm like I really like how I am, and if I accept how I am, I'm gonna have a much easier time. I'm gonna have a good time. So just something to remember. And that just kind of comes back to the roast, by the way, is I feel like, I don't know about you, but I can take teasing a lot better when I'm feeling like more confident. Like if I can own certain things about myself, then I don't mind as much when people make fun of me, because I'm like, oh my God, you're right, you see it too. Or I can be like, no, absolutely not, that is so not true. Not that I'm the best roaster toaster, but it was cool to see on the Kevin Hart roast, like everybody poking at each other and people taking it on the chin. And it really impresses me. And it's not that I want to be super tough like that, but it is a way, it's a possibility it's a possibility to be that way. And I really admire that. So just kind of like brought something up in me where I'm like, okay, you know what? It doesn't have to be all macho pacho, but it can be fun and games. So let's have fun. Okay. So that's it. And thank you and good night.